100 ABC Women would like to thank BIPOC Executive Search for sponsoring today's episode.
The BIPOC Executive Search app is here for you. Get information about job opportunities we're recruiting for. Keep up to date and in the know about career news tailored to Indigenous, Black, and other racialized audiences. Gain helpful tips and learnings to help you on your career trajectory, celebrate job appointments, and more. The BIPOC Executive Search app, here to elevate the candidate experience for Black, Indigenous, and communities of color. Free to download and available on iPhone and Android smartphones.
Look how far you have come on your own, but never alone. Through the rain and through the shine, here's your moment, it's your time. You stood tall and now you see, standing in your destiny. 100 women growing strong. 100 women where you belong. You stood tall and now you see, you have reached your destiny. Woman,
100 ABC Women would like to take this opportunity to welcome our viewers and listening audience, families, friends, and our sponsors to our inspirational conversations, fireside chats with 100 ABC honorees. 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women is a bold initiative created by the co-authors, the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine, a former MP, Donna Jones-Simmons, a corporate diversity executive, and Dr. Denise O'Neill-Green, Vice President, Equity and Community Inclusion at Ryerson University. Our mission is to celebrate and archive the professional accomplishments of trailblazing Black women from all across Canada. The goal is to create an ever-expanding database available for current and future generations via print media, public and private libraries, as well as a website, which is www.100abcwomen.ca. We are pleased to bring you a series of fireside chats which include conversations around education, healthcare, entertainment, creative arts, legal, technology, entrepreneurship, diversity and equity, media, engineering, politics, sports, and so much more. These, we know, are topics that matter to us and to you. These educational and inspirational conversations will be made available to all current and future generations via our 100 ABC YouTube channel. This is a great way to learn from our elders, brilliant-minded and accomplished Black Canadian women.
Please join me as I welcome our moderator for this episode. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Kares Clarke-Glasgow. Kares is an entrepreneur and owns a beauty salon, Kares Nails, located on College Street, downtown Toronto, next to the University of Toronto. Without further delay and without further ado, Kares Clarke-Glasgow.
Thank you, ladies. I want to first thank you all for participating and giving of your time this Sunday afternoon to share with us. I look forward to this conversation. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves, and I'm going to start with Lanre. If you would please, Lanre, kindly introduce yourself, tell us a little about you, and then we will move on.
Thank you, Kares, and thank you for having me. So Again, my name is Lanre Tunji Ajayi, co-founder of All Naturals Cosmetics Inc., located in Barrie, Ontario. Um, Again, we're a manufacturing company and we also do some community work, but I think as we get into the conversation, we get more into all of that. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you for participating. Next, I will ask Janet, would you kindly introduce yourself? Thank you, and share a little about yourself.
My name is Janet Campbell, and I'm the owner of Nanni's Natural Hair Studio, one of the leading natural hair salon in Toronto. I've been in business for over 25 years and love it. And I'm also the author of 2 children's books. And I love, I'm an avid storyteller.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Janet. And last but not least, we're going to ask Brenda if you will share a little about yourself and introduce yourself.
My name is Brenda Williams, and I'm the founder of New Life Project Incorporation and also the executive director of New Life Designs. It's a nonprofit organization, and we do have a social enterprise within wherein we do a lot of African products, from clothing to accessories, because we want to showcase the richness of our African culture, or Black culture, if I should say. And I'm here today to dive into what it means to be beautiful.
Well, thank you, Brenda. And we're going to move on. So I hope you girls are all as excited as I am to be sharing and participating today. So Brenda, we'll start off the conversation by asking you the first question, and then I will go in the reverse order, but I will acknowledge and move. Brenda, the first question I wanted to ask you today is, how does inner beauty appeal to the eyes of the beholder? How do you feel about that?
Thank you, Kares. First of all, I want to say it's a pleasure to be in this conversation. And when we talk about beauty, we should say beauty is subjective, okay? And that depends on the eyes of the beholder, as the subject title says. But what is beauty when we talk about being beautiful as a subjective issue? Everybody has a different perspective of beauty. Okay, I will always say you have the outer beauty, which are in terms of the physical, the traits, the curves, and also just what you see at a first glance. But we do have the inner beauty, which is kind of hidden. And at times, the inner beauty reflects your character. It reflects kindness, some of emotional attributes. It also reflects who you really are as a person. And then, first of all, when we class inner beauty in terms of the character, we are talking about what we reflect out of you as a person. And that is important, because what is within you is what we reflect. So let me say, for example, there are some people who are not actually attractive at the first glance. But getting to know them, spending time with them, you will realize that they have some traits, they have some character, they have some qualities and personalities that actually attract you to them. And all this contributes to who they really are, which definitely glows outside. For example, when we talk about kindness as a beauty, kindness attracts. You always want to be around people that are kind. When people are treated with respect, it's beautiful. Okay, even though the person physically might not be somebody who is actually outwardly stunning, but just seeing that kindness, gentleness, compassion, a beautiful heart will always beautify. A heart that loves, a heart that strengthens. So for me, inner beauty plays a greater role, even though outer beauty is very important, because we are all looking beautiful right now. And definitely it's a plus. But within, as a Christian, the Bible says you're created in the image and likeness of God. There's a beauty that will definitely reflect when within you have those traits that are not obviously seen outside until you get to know the person. But they all add to your beauty as a human being.
Thank you, Brenda. What I'm hearing here, it's very important not only to look, but to feel and be open. I like the fact that you shared about kindness. That is what we need more now than anything else. I want to thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. How do you ladies feel about that? I'm actually going to give you a chance for us to go over if you want to we're going to recap it later. But Janet, talk
How
to
do
me.
I feel?
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yes, definitely. I believe that beauty is subjective for sure. And beauty, who really says someone is beautiful, right? And how are we judging beauty, right? So outside, what do they look like? What do they have to, is their hair need to be long and curly or fair skin? There's a standards of beauty that's out there that we judge from. And so I think it's also important to look at your way of how you're viewing the standards of beauty and realizing that maybe, we can't meet that standards of beauty that's out there, and kind of re-examine what beauty is to us. It's that kindness that you talk about, right? That is beautiful inside of you. You're attracted to that love for humanity, that sharing. That is, rather than this physical beauty, you're sexy, your hair is straight or whatever that is. So I definitely agree with you. And it's really subjective. And sometimes we have to really look at what we see as beauty and re-examine what we see as beauty, because everything and everyone is beautiful in their own way.
Yes, well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Well, Lanre, I think I'm going to ask you a question now, because we have just digged real deep for beauty. We talk about beauty being inside. We talk about it being external. I get a message from Brenda saying that we should be open and approachable, kind. Do you all get the same vibes? So Lanre, what I want to ask you, we're not going to go into product just yet, but what I want to know is, how do you get into the personal care and manufacturing business, considering the desire for not only external beauty, but do you feel it's important for production with the same energies? How do you feel about that?
Thank you, Kares. So number one, let me say that, again, as my two other co-panelists have mentioned, again, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and beauty is subjective. So in some cultures, for instance, being on the plumpish side is what they consider beautiful. And in some culture, being skinny is what they consider beautiful. But what is very important is having confidence in oneself to say, I am beautiful. If you feel confident, if you feel beautiful, if you know you're beautiful, no one out there can tell you otherwise. So it starts from us, from their inner being, right? Say, I am beautifully made, and I claim that, and I live that. Now, when it comes to production, as a manufacturing company, we took into consideration the whole being of a man, the physical, the inner being, your soul, your spirit, your body. And we consider that when we are producing, personal care products, what is going to enhance your beauty, yourself? For instance, how do we make sure your skin has even tone, your skin has no blemishes, without you having to worry about, I have to bleach my skin, I have to, be fair skin before I'm beautiful? No, what you have, that dark, beautiful skin is beautiful. But how do you make it radiant? How do you make it glow? How do you make it shine? That helps you build your confidence in yourself, in how you've been made, without thinking of, I gotta look a certain way that the community is dictating for me to feel that I'm beautiful. So we did put the whole human being, which includes your body, your soul, your spirit, into consideration when we're producing our personal care products.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I want to bounce back to Janet. Janet, I know you do work with youths. You are dealing with young adults, young upcoming human beings. How do you support? I know this is a surprise, but I'm sure you can answer this comfortably here. How do you support building the confidence for, is it boys and girls? I'm not sure who you're dealing with. But I want us to make sure when we talk about beauty, and we're not just talking about us, we want to share for all genders or the neutrals. How do you feel, and how do you encourage confidence and empowering the natural beauty that we all possess or own?
The natural beauty. So the first thing I believe is being, as Lanre said, being confident with yourself, right? So I encourage them to look at their strength, right? So beauty, and look at beauty. Beauty is not what people think of you. What is your beauty in there? So we focus on your strength. What are your strengths? What are you given? What are you? What? Okay, I wasn't sure. What? Okay.
I like.
Okay, yes, and empower them, because when you feel confidence in yourself and know that there is a purpose, you were born with a purpose, with a gift to share with the world, then you become confident. And if you're confident in here, it doesn't matter if someone says your hair is curly or kinky. It doesn't matter. You know that you were born with a purpose, with a gift, and you are confident in it. You walk with confidence, you talk with confidence. So someone can't say you're not beautiful, because you have developed yourself. You have a foundation within yourself that can help you in every areas of your life. So start with empowering, building on their strength, and making sure that they have a community, a support community that can help them and nurture them, that they can feel good about their hair or anything that they choose to do in life.
Well, thank you. Brenda, do you want to add to that? I know you can. I know you can.
Definitely, I 100% support the confidence we need to have in ourselves, and that's what we need to be teaching the younger generations now, because the outward definitely has to have something from within pushing out. So the postures that people, even when the way we sit, the way we carry yourself, it's definitely that posture shows how much confidence that you have within you, So even as a younger generation, in terms of the confidence that they know that I have a purpose, like when I personally, for me, you can see from my background, when in terms of clothing, I try to incorporate even the young generation. Be proud of your culture and how to dress and present yourself in a way that you can gain the respect and your beauty shines. Okay. So when we're talking about confidence, we are talking about even what we put on, how we wear them, and how confident are we within that I'm beautiful, I am smart, I am intelligent. All these are the qualities and traits of beauty that we need to instill in a younger generation, and even in women that have lost their self-esteem, that you are what you are not because of the external forces, but what you carry in.
Well, yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I couldn't agree with you more, Lanre. I know you are making the things to keep us on top of our game. You wanna share? I feel like I don't even want to go to the pre-program questions, girls. Let's just dig in. I get Janet's passion. Brenda, you've just put it all together. Now, Lanre, share with us how you show up with knowing that we are all beautiful in any way, shape, or form. I want to know how you show up and encourage not only the young ones, but your peers and the people around you to stay neutral yet beautiful. I mean, we all like to get dressed up and do the extra stuff, but how do you foster that inner beauty that really propels us from one situation to the next, regardless of positive or negative? How do you help the people around you, people like myself and our peers, to stay beautiful?
Thank you. So again, like we said, we've said it on this program a few times. Again, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but what's most important is who you are, confidence in yourself, and that is inner beauty. Also, what do you radiate out, right? It's not what goes in that defiles a man. I always say it's what comes out. And that is a beauty. What do you radiate out? How do you help in your community? I can share with you that All Naturals Cosmetics, for instance, we've been in existence since year 2000, about 21 years. What we've done as a company is we establish our social harm, a giving harm, right? And we look in our community where we do business. What is lacking? What is needed? In the area of health, for instance, sickle cell disease is peculiar to the Black community.
Yes, yes.
So we established Sickle Cell Awareness Group of Ontario. It's one of the leading health organizations in the province. As a matter of fact, on Friday, the organization introduced a bill at the Legislative Assembly that passed. And now every June 19 is recognizing the province as Sickle Cell Awareness Day. You got to radiate beauty and you got to lead by example. You got to showcase what it is to help others. That is the true beauty, honestly. What we put on, the makeup and this, it makes you feel good. You love it. Great for you. You can do it. It's a part of confidence too. I'll never say don't wear makeup and don't do stuff, because it's part of who you are in terms of confidence, in terms of you feel like you want it, why not? But it's not what makes you. If you don't feel like makeup, you don't have to wear makeup either. You be you. What is important is the confidence that you have and how you're helping in your community. As an organization, as a company, we give scholarship to young people that have sickle cell disease. We know that unlike their peers, they are not able to work and go to school because of the nature of the disease. So we give them scholarship every year to help them with their education. That is helping, that is supporting your community. We also encourage young women, young people, not only women, people who say, I want to be in business. I love beauty industry and I want to have my own product line. So we have custom manufacturing, we help them and we guide them to say, you can be an entrepreneur. You can own your own private line of products, right? And so these are some of the things that we're doing as a company to not only foster, the real beauty in her environment, in her community, but also to ensure that within her community, more and more people are becoming entrepreneurs. They are owning their own businesses. They are doing what they're happy about, and we are helping them to grow. So I'm not sure if I really answer your question, Kares, because I know I do say a lot of different things, but I hope the main idea, the main gist, which is being confident, doing what you can do and helping in your community is iterated.
So I appreciate that. You've answered the question in many ways. You've talked about sharing in the community level. You talk about providing opportunity for education for people that are identified as sickle cell sufferers or living with sickle cell. You talk about scholarships. Those are important things. I am a sickle cell positive since I've known myself. And honestly, I had no idea all these things exist. I happened to succeed in life because of my personal drive. And I had grandparents that always encouraged, regardless of your situation. I say I'm sickle cell positive and people, oh, you are. So in my head, I feel like you're supposed to look a certain way in society. However, I would say, yes, I am. And just for the record, I'm always in pain. But do I walk around grumbling? And so I like that you shared that, it's not a burden. We need to dig deep and help each other to stay on top. Now, I know you had, Lanre, thank you for sharing. Brenda and Janet, I'll ask Brenda first. Is there anything you feel we missed that I may have not asked and you want to share or take this opportunity to share? Our topic is beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And what I feel that is we're giving everyone a chance to stay beautiful find the beauty, share the beauty, and bring out the beauty. You know, what are we? I'm committed to continue that. Everybody tells me, oh, you're always so beautiful, but I've just shared with you, many days I'm in pain.
Mm-hmm.
The joints hurt. Many days. I don't complain. If you don't know me personally, you would not know that. And I really like that this is important that we share this, because beauty really is what we need to show up as and bring out in each other. So I'll ask Brenda to share anything that you feel contributes to helping us to stay beautiful, develop and bring out the beauty in the people around us. And then I'll ask Janet the same question.
You know, Kares, you made a great point just now by saying that I don't complain.
No.
That is beauty.
Thank you.
You know, you look beautiful, you move around, you carry yourself beautifully, you dress beautifully, but you don't complain in spite of the challenges. That is beauty. That attracts. So there are some external traits about beauty. The way you carry yourself, we talked about it earlier, the way you put on your clothing. Right now, somebody taking a look at you, Kares, if you didn't say have sickle cell, nobody will ever doubt or think or imagine. You know, because there's also another attribute of beauty, even though the inner is very important, ladies, but we also have to present the self with a lot of awe, a lot of love, a lot of grace, so that also attracts. We know there are different classes of beauty in terms of women. You have the pretty woman, the beautiful woman, the classy woman, and you have the sexy woman. And all these have different appearances. For example, you see the pretty woman, just the face, she's like concentrating all figure, you know, she might be slim. No, that's not an issue, just the face. The makeup, which will definitely be running to Lanre for, you know, and everything that takes about making. So, but then there are other women who they believe in the curves. That part that just makes that when the men see, they say, whoa, because they go with their eyes in terms of curves. And definitely, I should use this word in quote, the boobs. So everybody has what they try to portray, therefore, an attraction. So beauty attracts physically, you know. And we also have the woman who is just the classy. It has to be certain type of jewelry and certain type of brand. But all these little attributes all add to who we are inside.
Yeah, the full package.
They enhance who we have. It's a package. And they also enhance definitely to the opposite sex, who have their own different I should say subjective view of what I'm looking for in a woman. So even as women, even as gents, we all on the opposite side know what we are looking to see at the first glance, which would definitely say, whoa, this is a wife material or a girlfriend material or just a hookup at material. So even as we presenting ourselves, we have to get in mind as women or as men, if you're listening to this conversation as a man, that we all at first glance are looking for something that will at least quickly attract you, and then you start digging into the personality, the character, which I can tell you, after talking with somebody for 10 minutes, at least you get to know who they really are if you're very sensitive. So you can see some traits about who this person would be as a wife, irrespective of her beauty, who this person will be as a mother, irrespective of her beauty. Because no matter what, when we want to settle down in a home, these are the things some of the men consider. Is she a godly woman? Would I trust her? Would I have confidence in her? Can I trust her with my kids? Can she at least give me good food? You know, these are part of the beauty package.
I hope he knows to cook, because we're gonna have a problem. Janet, I think Brenda answered most of the questions. I'm gonna switch it up a bit for you. I'm gonna ask you, because you specialize in natural hair care, you support the natural beauty. Of course, you know I'm fascinated with both of the two. I'm just happy to be able to. I have no idea how you feel. Talk to me how you feel about the natural hair care. How do you support and foster the importance of maintaining our crown, not only for us, but for the boys as well?
That is right. And it's for everything, because beauty is in boys too.
Yeah.
So I think how Nanni's Natural Hair Studio is unique is our holistic approach to natural hair. And so I think Lanre touched on it a bit. we believe that what you put in, your food, your diet plays a part in healthy hair. So what you put in, you get out. So for us, it's educating. And that's how I empower beauty. Yeah. And I come from the perspective of beauty within, and then it comes out. Mm-hmm. So if you come in and sit in my chair, we're going to talk about your hair.
That's good.
We're going to educate you. The hair tells the story. There was the kink in my hair. It really is true. The hair tells the story. So when you come into my chair, I'm going to say, did you notice that this is breaking? Have you been to the doctor lately? Did you check your iron? What about your B12? How's your lifestyle? Yeah. How are you eating? Are you exercising? What are you doing for your stress? Are you stressed? And they will say, no, I'm not stressed. Sometimes we don't know that we're stressed. To recognize some of the signs of stress. And then when the hair is breaking today, it doesn't mean you may be stressed today, but 6 months ago, were you in a trauma? Was something happened to you? So when we educate them around that, it makes them more empowered, so they make better decisions for themselves. Yeah. And I love our products. You know, Lanre, I work with you in formulating products for nannies, and I believe in the products, but I believe also you have to take care of self, your diet. Make sure your vitamins up. Make sure you're meditating, taking care of yourself, a holistic approach. And then the shampoo is going to help you. Right? They come in. They come in. I want my hair thick. How does it grow? What shampoo should I use? Not what shampoo. What are you eating? Mm-hmm. How are you dealing with stress? Tell me, sister, what's going on with you? Mm-hmm. So we allow them to recognize something is happening. Process. When my hair feels brittle, it may be a B12. Are you vegetarian? It's a bit low. Pop it up. Yes. You know, so that, and we encourage them to go to the doctor to see what's happening. You can't see. A woman come, I'm bald here because another hairdresser did my hair. No, you're stressed. Yes. Stress-induced alopecia. Yes. Go to the doctor. So we can identify things, give you that knowledge so that you are now more empowered to make decisions around your lifestyle. Well, that's how we empower through nannies. That's why we're unique, and we will continue to work this way, because when I'm gone, I want the next generation to continue with this movement, because it is a movement.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Lanre, your hands up.
Yes, I just wanted to add to what Janet said. Oh, wow, that was powerful, Janet. I wanted to say that, you know, we are custodian of the environment, Mother Earth. Yeah. And this is why I believe, as Janet is alluding, being natural and true to yourself, what you eat. You know, I find many people, especially in our community, do not even read ingredients on the products they're using. Mm-hmm. That's one place to look at it too. We're not looking at the ingredients. We're not educating ourselves about ingredients. And I'm not going to stay here to say I've always been like that myself. But when I got into the manufacturing business, I started to know more. And I said, wait a minute. A lot of things we use, even on babies, are chemicals.
What made you get into the manufacturing business? In a very short, I don't mean to cut you off, but share with us what motivated you to not only get into the manufacturing business, but to get into a manufacturing business that supports natural beauty. So I understand you're for sickle cell, you care about sickle cell, but tell us, talk to your sisters. What is it?
And Janet knows my story, but yes, sure, I'll share it.
So you have to share it with me and the others.
Yes. So one of my background is cosmetology. That's one of my backgrounds. I've been there, done that, a few things. I've been a teacher, administrator, hearing instrument specialist, but one of my background is cosmetologist. And year 2000, myself and my husband, we opened a beauty outlet on St. Clair. And some of our clients will come in and say, yeah, I'm tired. So you can see they've bleached your skin and the skin is having different colors, or sometimes due to maybe other health reasons, they have imbalanced skin tones, and they're asking, what is natural that I can use to rectify my skin, to even tone my skin? My hair, as Janet said, the hair is breaking. What do I do? And everything like that. And that kind of triggered us to say, we're going to look at the natural alternatives to all things we've been doing. And so we went and we started with shea butter. In those days, many people don't even know what shea butter was. We are one of the ones that actually made shea butter popular in Canada. We used to stand, and I'll tell you, different subways, giving samples of shea butter to say, this is what you need to put on your skin. And people would say, what is shea butter? It doesn't smell good, isn't that? But when the people start to try this product and they start to use it, and they're like, oh my gosh, my skin is glowing. My skin is better. The blemishes are gone. My skin is more even toned. We said, wow, this is helping. And so we first of all contracted actually our first product to a private company, similar to what we're doing for others now. And we came out with 5 products: a face cream, a shampoo, a conditioner, body wash, body lotion. And we did that. And we're like, wow, these products actually selling because they do work. They're helping.
Thank you.
And eventually we got this contract with this distributor who then put our products in mass stores like Walmart, Shoppers Drug Mart, and so on and so forth. And then we said, okay, we're doing it. How can we help others as well? So we started by also now say, okay, we've been in business for 5 years, 6 years. We can start our own plant. And we started. We established a manufacturing plant, and we've been working in Barrie area for many, many years now. And now we have, I would say, perhaps about 30 or 35 private clientele who we help them with their home products as well. So in a nutshell, it is the clients coming to our beauty store on St. Clair that actually motivate us to get into manufacturing and ensuring that we do products that we not only, we don't want to do what's been done, just putting chemicals together because it works. We went and we look at natural alternatives. What are the oils God has given us? You know, I believe that the healing of the nation is in the plants of the nation, in the trees of the nation. So we would do cocoa butter, shea butter, babasu butter, almond oil, all the beautiful oils nature has given us. And we stay away from all of the harsh preservatives, all of those chemicals. We find natural alternatives to everything, because we know that with the natural alternatives, your skin won't react because it's natural to earth. And like I said, we are custodian of the environment where we are. And if we want our children and their children and many generations after us to be healthy, we have to change our mindset. We have to start to think about natural alternatives to things. The food we eat.
What I'm hearing here is you come through it. So you started off by doing it, and we're touching on Brenda's point. She opened up by saying it's not internal, it may not look good, but it might just be good to dig deep. Well, Brenda, we have a few minutes. I'm gonna let you take us home. Like, you know, first of all, I can't believe that we're doing this. We have a few minutes, so I'm gonna ask you to tell us, like, just take us home. Like, how have you been doing? I know you're not in Ontario. How have you been doing when it comes to our community? This may not be aired during this season, this COVID season, but tell us something that we could take forward to the next seasons and the periods that we're about to face as not only women, but mothers and leaders of our community in the beauty industry.
Okay. So I'm actually in Ontario. I'm in Ottawa.
Ottawa. Well,
Yeah,
not Toronto.
not
I meant
not in
Toronto.
Toronto.
Not
So
Toronto.
when
Ottawa.
we talk about the season, every season there's something specific that you have to carry out. So everybody knows that it's a season maybe to learn something new, it's a season to grow, it is a season to switch up. So even in New Life project at this time, we're talking about the nonprofit organization where we do reach out to youth and women, having forums from here now and then. We do also have interns that are working with us. So we are also working a lot with youth, teaching them in terms of from how to start a business, encourage them. We just even had one who's just started his own business, and in terms of entrepreneurship, and also for those that want to learn about the terms of the stylistic, like clothing, accessories, and all in terms of African attires. We have been teaching them that it is time for you to create your own line of beauty.
Thank you. Thank you.
So as we're talking about beauty right now, I am not a seamstress. I am a translator by profession. But 3 years ago, I saw the need to start sewing for myself because the cost was very high. And that was another way forward. So I actually went to sewing school and learned just the basics. And at times I see things like this that I sew, even though I have a seamstress, I'm like, wow, this way forward actually was a challenge, but here I am today, And not only that, now I have organized a group to teach youth how to appreciate their African culture, Black culture, and how to wear the African and Black culture so that they can be proud, no matter where they are.
Thank you.
So as leaders, as entrepreneurs, as sisters, it's a time wherein COVID has changed a lot of routines and whatever. It's time for us to reinvent ourselves.
And now that brings us right back to Janet.
So we event ourselves so we can move forward.
And bringing the fashion together. Thank you.
Whether fashion, in terms of being a mom, in terms of being a leader, in terms of being an entrepreneur. One of the things you should be thinking to tweak around right now, reinvent, so that at the end of the day, in the next 5 years, even after COVID, we can say we moved forward. And that's my goal right now in terms of fashion, because that's where I'm enjoying myself right now, is to create something that can be Afro-Canadian.
Thank you.
So that anybody can put it on.
Yes, Janet, that's your department, the external factors of beauty. Brenda and Lanre talked about bringing it out. Now you get to close us. You get to finish us off. We got 2 minutes.
Okay.
And don't run away, ladies, please.
Okay. Hopefully. So I would say that what the pandemic, we know how the pandemic has affected us, but what is actually done for me is allow me to recognize my strength for teaching. So I've taken the opportunity to put a course together to teach natural hair. And so in September, there will be a course, because I've taught over the years and people have gone on to their own salon and stuff. And I'm saying, hey, I'm a good teacher here. And I have a lot of knowledge that I want to share before I leave this earth. So this movement of natural hair can continue. And then I will see people is at the standards of beauty too. That is my goal, by educating. So if I don't start a school, they're not going to get this knowledge, and I want them to get
I want to be a student at your school, and I'm sure we can all be students and facilitators, Janet. So here, you got 3, I want to speak for all of us. You got 3 potential professors here.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you. I can't believe we did it. It is the end of our little time, but please know that, we should stay in touch. We do have this passion that we want to share. Please don't disappear. You guys, let's stay connected. Janet, I look forward to more conversations with you both. Brenda, thank you. If ever I'm in Ottawa, I'm going to just message you. It'll be a short notice. I'm coming to visit. It'll be a social distance drive-through because I want to see your fashion, girl.
You're welcome.
Janet, I just shaved all my hair, so I'm going to come for you to use me as a start over, as a sickle cell survivor. All those problems I'm aware of. We'll talk about it. Lanre, you girls can use me.
Wonderful. Thank you. And thank you for having us on your show today. Thank you.
Thank you guys
very
Thank
much.
you for having us. Love the conversation.
Yes, I did too.
Thank you for committing.
Definitely.
I'm sure you're going to be taking away some to-dos. I'm not going to ask you what they are, but please, let's do keep in touch. We have this group of awesome women, and I feel like we just touch and disconnect. But please, let's commit to staying connected. Donna puts a lot of work into getting this done. We got Donna, Jean, and all the ladies in the back. I mean, we don't see them all the time, but just we need to know and let them feel good about their children. Could you imagine having to manage 300 women? Just even knowing who they are. That's big.
That's huge. Yeah.
That is big. So we as, you know, as a part of 100 accomplished Black Canadian women, I feel that we have a responsibility and we need to remind each other of the responsibility. Thank you for sharing. Janet, I look forward to hearing about your school and being a part of your next endeavor. Lanre, we're definitely going to connect because sickle cell is life for me. And Brenda, I need our clothing. I need the fashion. Like, this is me all the time. Who knows me knows this is me. But I think I could use a little more of the zoom. All right. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Look how far you have come on your own, but never alone. Through the rain and through the shine, here's your moment, it's your time. You stood tall and now you see, standing in your destiny. 100